Stephen Atcheler, Offshore 101, sitting over in the Philippines in my 8th week of lockdown. Just trying to get used to this mask, the suffocation mask. So hopefully we'll be out of here soon. I've just heard some good news that Friday, that looks like they're going to lift some of these rules and I should be able to go back to the office, which is exciting. I've got Joe with me again from the Purple Powered VA, my team member in crime or partner in crime in building this property management virtual assistant. How are you, Joe?
I'm well, thank you, Stephen. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling in a bit of a funny mood.
I must say, I love your branded mask. I need to get a purple one.
Accessorizing.
Yes.
It took me 6 weeks to find this, so it's beautiful. But then one of my friends I saw in the complex had one, and then I saw him wearing one, and I thought, how dare you? That's disgusting. You've just put my mask on. He said, no, that's my mask. So anyway, so last week on the show with Kevin, we introduced the Purple Powered VA and we talked about what it is and how it all came together. And we promised that we're going to talk about the task allocation. So we've got a PDF here that we're going to run through today. And I think you'll be amazed. Joe, you are extremely detailed. It's like a thesis, your task allocation. How long did it take you to come up with this?
The task allocation? Good
question. That form.
Yes, it didn't take long at all. It is a very long document, but it was created because what runs behind this is the streaming and task sharing of tasks anyhow. So we already know every element that goes into a task, and we just broke it down into this form. Yeah,
cool. So you already had it there, and it's sort of allocating now who can do what and just slicing it out of the current business.
It is. It really is part of the TrackMate system that we created, and what a lot of the companies that we work with currently use. But what we did was we thought it was really important when you have a VA to understand what you actually wanted them to do. So we use those TrackMates to then break it down into what could be a VA task assignment.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite simple to do.
And we did talk about how wrong and how people can stray with what tasks they give a VA. So let me try and, where's my share thing? I'm always very good at this. Okay, Joe, so we've just shared screen and we've brought up the Purple Powered VA task allocation, or what I like to just call it, to keep it simple, is a shopping list of tasks that you can choose your VA to do. So I've got control of the PDF, but Joe, do you want to run through? It's probably going to take us, we don't want to bore everyone to death. We'll be there all day if we go through every single one of these items. But this is just page 1 of 4, so you can see it's quite detailed. So let's go through some of the key points and where you would suggest most people you think will start at based on your experience.
Yeah, so it does look overwhelming, but if you break it down, it's actually quite simple to follow. So the first thing that we look at is the sort of tasks that they want the VA to participate in. And, we've got in property management what we call the categories of tasks. So new rental property owner set up an establishment, new tenant set up. So just as an example, but what we have in property management is within every category of tasks, there is a plethora of tasks that, generate the consistency and completion of that task, and what we call the teach task workflow. So from...
you might have to slow down. Us real estate people aren't that clever. What is a plethora?
A plethora is just a whole multitude of different tasks, and it can look overwhelming when you look at all the little tiny tasks that have to be done to make up the ultimate, one task. So yeah,
even the word sounds overwhelming.
It does.
So
yeah,
Jill,
it is. we do use a lot in property management to kind of like break it down, that plethora of tasks. So once they have actually selected the tasks, so the category of tasks that they want their VA to, participate in, then we go to the subtask selection. And what this does is we've broken it down to the sort of tasks that a VA can do, because there's a lot of tasks that a VA can't do and shouldn't do because they're not licensed. So they are admin support. And to make it easy, we've broken down all the subtasks. So it becomes a tick and flick. It's like, yes, I'd like them to participate in that. And then there is no, kind of when team thinks someone else is doing it and, they think the VA should be doing it, and the VA thinks, well, I'm not qualified to do that task. The business owner is in control of what the VA should be doing. And it also, one of the things that we found is the VAs can be overloaded with the number of tasks that they're expected to do. So this actually breaks it down into the number of tasks that the VA will be doing and the timeframes that they're doing it into. So some of these tasks are a couple of times a month, and other tasks can be daily. So we can look at this task allocation and then know the sort of tasks the VA can do in any given week. So they're not overloaded, things don't fall through the cracks, and every task is actually allocated to the right person. So it just makes it simple, and it's a major step in selecting your VA too, because we know the skills that VA should have.
Well, like in my 4 years of running an offshore team, I'd always thought about putting something like this together, and I never did. So I'm glad we've worked together and we've got the good partnership, because there's a whole bunch of stuff in there that even like when I was running my VA, I definitely wouldn't have even thought of. So I guess this document's going to help people also see the depth of what you can get a VA to do as well, because a lot of people, I think, have the wrong idea when they think of outsourcing or VA. They think of call center or really, really basic stuff, but we can get to a far higher level. But I think the accountability down there of who will be doing what, that everybody knows. Now, during the week, we were catching up because we put on a VA in one of the businesses, Yvonne, who's been an absolute rock star from day one. And you're talking about the tasks, who's done the tasks in a week with PMs, in-house and external. Yvonne, can you tell our audience just a little bit about, like, she's only been there a month or so now, and how that's working?
Yeah, I'd love to share that, because Yvonne has, she's gone through the task allocation, and then the next step we'll talk about on our next show, and that's induction. But Yvonne, because she knows what she needs to do every day, along with the team knowing what the VA needs to do, Yvonne gets cracking from the moment she starts working each day. And we measure the number of tasks that they do. And when we measured the tasks last week, Yvonne had completed over 600 tasks as against our in-house admin team. And the in-house admin team had done between 200 and 300 tasks. So she had more than doubled, actually, the number of tasks that they're doing. And that's because by using this system, the VAs are focused from the moment they start working. And I was actually sitting in the office last week with the in-house team and watching the computer next to me that Yvonne was using. And she was cracking through all of those tasks. I could see what she was doing. She was doing them well. She was doing them efficiently, and, really speeding through, but not speeding through to the point that she was making mistakes. We reviewed everything, what she's doing, and she's doing a great job there. So in terms of productivity, we've doubled it.
And I guess we're not trying to gloat saying that someone over here is doing more tasks. The whole point of this is that the company's been able to move so many of the tasks, the 80% or whatever. So yes, that property manager is doing less tasks, but they're out somewhere else doing tasks that they should be doing, the more productive tasks. And that's really the whole point of this. Not who does what or who does more. It's a team effort.
It's absolutely a team effort, and that's why we call it the team to task workflow. And, you know, it's very important to understand in property management, we've got dollar productive activity and non-dollar productive activity. And you don't want your higher paid property managers working on non-dollar productive activity. It doesn't make business sense. So what we've done now is our team in this particular office, now that we've had Yvonne, the PPVA or Purple Powered VA there for about a month, we're now gearing up our property management team to increase the size of the portfolio that they're looking after. And we're, you know, teaching them more to be property analysts and more communication with the owners and you know, just a different kind of structure there. But what's powered this is the Purple Powered VA. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're going to not share too much because we've got a couple more episodes that we're going to do. But look, if you want to get the task allocation checklist, go over to purplepoweredva.com. Just hit the contact us and just request it. We're happy to send it over. If you want to tick and flick and send it back and have a conversation about how it will look, by all means, Joe and I are happy to get on the call and have a discussion with you. And we want to do an offer for anyone that's watching this on RET Plus or Property TV or any of these other avenues. And you mentioned to us that this is where you saw it. We're going to give a discount on the usual $2,047 plus GST a month. We're going to make it $1,797 for the first 6 months instead on a monthly basis. So look, mention that you saw it there and get in touch with us and we're happy to apply that discount for you because we know it works and we want you guys on board.
Absolutely. And we can't wait to get them on board, that's for sure.
Excellent. All right, well, I'm Stephen Atcheler from Offshore 101 and we will see you guys again and I'll have the lovely Joe with me again also next week.
Wonderful. Look forward to seeing you next week.